Hello everybody, March 29, 2023. Welcome to Daily Stock Market Technical Update. We had an extremely profitable day and we are doing really great and we made tons of profit today and everything is working out as I told you guys. Check my videos from last couple of days. Things are working out pretty as I expected. You can see we are moving towards our sell zone. Okay, starting with MES. This is S&P 500 E-mini futures. So you can see what's happening here. You can see we had a great bullish day today, and I will quickly show you SPY. We had a breakout. SPY is the ETF. If you want to trade S&P 500, you can trade it using SPY. You can see this trend line. We had a breakout candle today. You can see this breakout. We had a gap up, and then we kept going up. Okay, and now the good thing is this red line is 50 daily SMA line. We are above this red line, and also we are above this trend line. Now tomorrow we want to make sure we are above this red line and we are above around 400. Okay, so if we are not above that, then this could be a fake out. Okay, so it's very important to hold above that. It is quite possible if there's a massive gap now created. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see a massive gap is now created. So I'm really worried about this gap, but these gaps don't need to fill now. It can obviously fill later on in May. So it's quite possible after we have a breakout. As long as SPY holds above 400 tomorrow, it's all good. We are going towards our basically sell zone. So let's go back to MES chart. This is E-mini future. You can see my sell zone here. And basically again here also it's showing it's above 50 daily red SMA line. We're moving towards my sell zone, so it's between 41.30 to 42.88. So we will so also the other thing to note, you can see there are two cycles which are forming a bottom here. There's a small cycle here and there is this dotted cycle, bigger cycle. We made a bottom here, so around 38.40 we made a bottom here. Now we're pumping higher. You can see this small cycle here, it's around early May, so I do expect a pump to last. Basically right now we are in end of March, so we still have quite a ways to go. So April will be very bullish, and as when we are here we will be looking to take profits and looking to sell, but I'm holding my positions until we are here, so I'm not looking to take any profits. I will hold all my positions. Even if there's a slight chop around here, I'm okay, but I'm just gonna wait until we are here and then we're gonna sell, and we will look to short here. Okay, so that's my plan. And let's quickly look at S&P 500 as SPY ETF. So SPY ETF, there are multiple gaps. You can see there's a gap. These yellow lines up are the gaps to fill. You can see 408. So that's my first target to fill, 408. We're very close to that target from today's close. We are around almost 1.75% there. So we could have a bullish move. And then there are other two gaps. So my eventual target, you can see this gap here around 420. And also there's a gap here around 427. So my final target is around here. So if everything works out good, we'll be here in April sometime, and then we'll exit all our longs. Okay, and then we'll wait for a dump. Also today it was a gap, so this gap will be filled. It doesn't need to fill now, it can fill in May. All right, so that's on S&P 500. Nasdaq MNQ. Okay, one other thing, sorry, I wanted to show you on 1 hour chart. I told you guys yesterday. Actually, it's more visible on Nasdaq. So you can see what happened on Nasdaq. You can see yesterday we were making a new low. You can see what happened on RSI. So RSI was going higher, PPO was going lower. So basically, this is a bullish divergence, and there was no bullish divergence on PPO, but RSI showed a bullish divergence. So that was our clue that this dump is to buy. All right. Now going back to daily on Nasdaq. Sorry, my charts are a bit, a lot of lines here, so bear with me. So this is basically Nasdaq. Okay, you can see there are cycles here. I also I spent a lot of time in making these cycles. So please hit a like if you like my video. Please share with your friends and family. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so you can see we had a cycle low here, and now these two cycles were coming here. So we made a bottom here. It's slightly off a bit, but it's very close here. So what's happening now? Basically, it's now moving higher. So Nasdaq, my targets to take profit is 13,756. It's getting very closer and closer to my sell zone. This is my sell zone. These between two yellow lines, and this is my buy zone. Okay, so if we get a dump, a little bit dump, this is going to be a good buy zone. But for now, I'm looking for selling around this zone here. Okay, so also this white line is basically a neutral line. Also, you can see here we have a bull trend. What does bull trend means? All moving averages are stacked according to each other's. Basically, this green one is 10 MA. It's higher than white one is 20. Red one is 50 SMA, and yellow one is 50 EMA, and then this blue one is 200. So according to ascending order, smaller to bigger, they are all aligned, and they are now having a big gap between them. So all these will act as support. So even if you get a dump, it's going to be very hard to go below one of these moving averages. Okay, so Nasdaq is looking really, really, really bullish, and I told you guys that we're looking for a new high, and then we made a new high. We made a close of a new high today on Nasdaq. Okay, so very bullish, still looking for more upside. All right, and I told you guys we're in a bull market. Okay, so we had a October low here, and by the time people realize we are in a bull market, it's going to be too late. It will be time to dump. Okay, so that's what's happening. Wix, let's quickly look. Okay, let's quickly look at triple Qs. Again, my targets on Nasdaq and triple Qs, there are two gaps here around 322 and 328. So I'm looking to fill those. Okay, so I'll take profits around that time. Again, it gapped up. It doesn't need to fill the gap now. It can fill later on. Again, really good bull trend on moving averages here. All right. Okay, now Dow Jones, basically, sorry, let's go to VIX before I go to Dow Jones. So basically you can see VIX, we were following this trend line, and I told you guys yesterday we are below this 50 SMA, and that's a really bullish move for stock market. And VIX now gap down. Eventually this gap will be filled, but I do expect VIX to go down below 18 here. So basically here is a big support zone. So hopefully when we are here, triple Qs will be very close to one of these gap fills. So we'll be looking to take profits, and if everything works out good, we'll be looking to exit or maybe buy some VIX calls. Okay. All right. Dow Jones. You can see we had a breakout on Dow Jones again. You can see this is breakout. This is the daily trend line. We got a breakout looking very bullish, moving higher. So you can also see we were making new lows or equal lows, and RSI was going higher, PPO was going higher. So that was a sign of early sign of reversal. All right. So looking for more higher upside on Dow Jones. US 2000, basically 2000 small cap stocks, IWM ETF. Again, you can see making a new low. RSI was going higher, PPO was flat, and also we have a bullish crossover. Okay, so that means we are going higher. All right. Also, another thing to note, lot of experts here they were talking about this divergence. You can see there's a divergence on Nasdaq, for example. You can see PPO is going lower, RSI is going lower. Okay, it is a valid concept. We are making a new high with lower divergence, so it is a valid concept that that's an early indication of a dump. Like how if I go to 1 hour chart, on how on 1 hour chart there's divergence on RSI with new low, that's an early indication of an upside reversal. Same thing is happening on daily chart at higher time frame. There's still divergence. Okay, so but I wanted to tell you there's no confirmation on divergence. Okay, what does confirmation means? Confirmation means this green line on PPO needs to cross red line, but we don't have it yet. Okay, you can see this green line was yesterday was trying to go below, but today it started moving up. So if this keeps slipping higher, this divergence can be burnt. Okay, so it is quite possible RSI and PPO can burn. Okay, so be mindful of that. So don't just go by divergence concept and look to short. All right, you have to make sure you understand cycle. Like I showed you here, you need to do a lot of analysis. My cycle is saying there's still some upside. Even on S&P 500, still some upside. So that will stop Nasdaq to fail. Also, a lot of tech stock. I will quickly show you. Uh, um, maybe you can see now. Apple is making new high with divergence on RSI and PPO. Google is also, I think, it made a equal high, not really a high here. Let's quickly look at other stocks. Meta is making a new high with divergence on PPO and RSI. Okay, Microsoft is making a new high with divergence. So all these big stocks, even Nvidia, all these big stocks are showing divergence, but these can be burnt. Okay, Nvidia people are trying to short like anything, but they keep getting short squeeze. Okay. All right, so let's go back to oil sector here. This is I updated my analysis for oil. I also added some cycle analysis here for you guys to see. So for oil, in oil, I do expect a dump here. Okay, let's go back to daily. It's better to see there. You can see oil, let's get rid of volume really quick so it's clear. So you can see oil, there is still this bigger cycle coming here around June time frame. And also there's a lot of support around 60 area. So I think it got rejected perfectly around the 73 zone, and I posted short video. So it got perfectly rejected. Now we're looking for this dump, and oil sector will not do good. All sectors which did good during bear market, usually they do bad during bull market. Okay, and all sectors such as tech stock, which basically did bad in bear market, they will do really good in bull market. Okay, so that's why you're seeing we are in a bull market, guys. At least this year we are in a bull market. You will see all tech stocks and growth stock will bounce more. It's like a spring effect, right? The harder they go down, the higher they go up. Okay, so be mindful of that. All right, so oil, I'm expecting more downside. Natural gas is very close to the bottom. You can see it's coming very close to the cycle low around April, 10th of April. So it's actually, did it retest? So it made an equal low and sell divergence on RSI and PPO. Okay, so but I do expect to be in this zone, natural gas. This is accumulation zone. I do expect natural gas to be in zone for a while. You can see all summer I do expect it to be in a zone. So you should start looking to buy UNG. Keep buying it slowly and slowly. Do not buy leverage ETF like Boyle 3x. You will get burned on all the fees. And there's a decay factor on 3x leverage ETF. Like I can show you Boyle. It's 3x ETF, but it will go down the more natural gas go down. So you can see there's also divergence on PPO and RSI and Boyle. But you have to wait for this trend line to break out. Okay, you can make a trend line. When it breaks out, that's going to be a buy signal. All right. I'll cover crypto very soon in another video. So let's skip crypto. Dollar is going down. Gold is also on a weekly chart. You can see this is my forecast, and I'm looking to buy gold around 1900 zone. And there's some weakness coming around June, July. So I think gold is seen top. I don't think it's gonna have any other. Basically, there is still some on this cycle. If I go to weekly, you can there's still some time left on this cycle, so there's quite possible we can go a little bit higher or just chop around a bit and then dump. But this is the area to buy for me. Okay, 1900 zone is looking to buy here for the next leg higher on gold. All right. Silver is same thing. I will just follow gold. I think it's not gonna touch this previous highs. I think it's just going down now. It's just gonna chop around and eventually go down. TNX mortgage rates basically were up today, and there's multiple. There's a gap up. There's a gap. There are multiple gaps down. It's possible we could even go and fill this gap before we go down, but mortgage rates should start to go down very soon. It is above this trend line, so as long as it's above this trend line, it's possible we can go to fill this gap before we go and dump. Bonds are gonna do same as what stock markets do, but for some reason they're selling. So bond market is saying something else, stock market is saying something else. Okay, so there is like a divergence between them, but I do expect us a pump very soon in bond markets. Okay, and let's quickly look at all the sectors. XLE. So because I'm expecting some weakness in oil, I do expect this massive gap here on XLE around 73, that to fill by June, July, and then we're gonna pump. So that will be really good area to buy. We had a gap up today. Again, this green lines are gaps, so that could also fill very soon. XLU is keep pumping higher. I told you guys to buy here a couple of days ago. This is a massive support, and now it looks like this is the bottom. Now we're going higher. XLV, same thing, very close to bottom. Still, it's very good opportunity to buy healthcare stocks, so should be looking to accumulate. XLF looks like it made a bottom last week, last Friday. That's pumping higher. There are multiple gaps down, so it doesn't need to fill now. It could go up. I think on XLF I need to update this. I think this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a retest of basically the lows because it sold down so much. So I'm not really too bullish on XLF. I think this is what's going to happen. Oops, sorry, I got the wrong indicator. I think let me get the path. I think this is what's going to happen. Go up here and then go down. Fill this gap. That's what I'm expecting on XLF. Let's quickly save this. So I have it here, and I will put some when I get some time. I'll put some cycle studies here. And okay, XLI basically industrials gonna go up with basically Dow Jones. So looking for more upside. XLK is tech sector, same thing, more upside. XLC again, same thing, real estate. Very good bottom here. Okay, you can see divergence. We also got this buy signal on RSI today, and also this PPO is crossing over. So looking for more upside there. All right. Let's quickly look at Tesla. So I'm still holding Tesla, and it's working out perfectly as my projection. It's finding this resistance on this trend line. A lot of resistance on this daily trend line. Okay, so if tomorrow we can break this, it's going to be an explosive move. Also, if you zoom out a bit, it is quite possible this could be also a flag. Okay, just quickly show you guys, this could also be a flag. And if we break out, it could break out here, and then we can easily, so there are multiple gaps here, 202, and then there's also a gap around 237, 238, and also this daily 200 SMA line. So basically looking for a breakout above that, and it's going to be very explosive breakout whenever that happens on Tesla. All right, let's quickly look at Apple. Basically, again, we have divergence on PPO and RSI, but that doesn't need to. Basically, it can burn through. I told you guys the multiple gaps here. I'm expecting most of these gaps to fill. Amazon bullish move here. So Amazon, Netflix, and Tesla, I'm expecting they're gonna take Nasdaq to 13,700. My target. That's my target to exit. You can see here 13,700. That's my target to exit Nasdaq. So these stocks should take them higher. Let's quickly look at Google. Google, oh, look at this, lot of gaps. There's all 1 hour gaps, amazing gaps. All these will, most of these should fill. Meta, again, multiple gaps up, looking for higher prices. Netflix, looking for higher prices, multiple gaps up. So short term, I'm looking for all these tech sectors to bounce. And Snowflake has a big gap here around 154. Nvidia, I think it's going to go and close these very close to previous highs. So very bullish move. It's going to keep going higher until people are shorting. But next couple of weeks, I do expect upside on all these sectors. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Have a good one. And please, on your way out, like my video and share with your friends and family. Everything is free. So please subscribe, and thanks, and help to spread this channel. Okay. Thanks, and have a great trading day tomorrow. Bye bye.